I like that they.
I should just play Ace Attorney Investigations right now. Even though I'm on the second case of the second game, that's not gonna do. That's like spoiler territory right there.
What spoilers? Crazy.
Spoilers. Someone died.
What? An Ace Attorney?
Yeah, you never.
The happiest, the luckiest, no murder whatsoever game.
You know, it's kind of funny.
There's never murders in Ace Attorney.
I've been watching Lucajin play Spirit of Justice.
Oh yeah.
And I love her reactions.
Ooh.
She has really good reactions.
She's also pretty. Yeah.
I should probably watch her. I still have to play Spirit of Justice. I hear it's a mixed bag with some people. Some people like it. Some people are meh about it.
I think it's because of how difficult it can be.
Is it just difficulty?
Yeah, it can be.
And how obscure, like, they tell you what to do, but then, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about...
It's definitely I think it might be up there in, like, one of the hardest Ace Attorney games.
Although it doesn't feel fair at times, to be fair.
Yes, I will agree with that.
Would you say that some of those cases are harder than the 5th case of the first game?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
The last case of Spirit of Justice.
I don't remember the last case, but just based off of like.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's more than half the game. The last case is literally more than half the game.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wait, which
Ace Attorney did you play? It's 2 cases. It's 2 cases. It's 2 cases in one.
That's not. Yeah, that's a
technically Dual Destinies did the same thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's technically because like you technically have the first case and the last case together.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. In Dual Destinies, it's back to back. Like you get a small break. In Spirit of Justice, there's like a whole entire narrative section.
Oh.
Like between them.
Oh, you beat the trilogy.
Like you did. Like there's an investigation. There's like you do investigating between cases. So that's why.
I mean, that's fine. Again, I'll see you for Spirit of Justice on my end. How would you say in terms of story? Then is it like mid, like not that great compared to others, or it's like really good to you guys?
Well, the concept execution's a little wonky at times, but it's solid.
Okay. Honestly, the it's basically the Apollo Justice trilogy has been kind of hit or miss. The stories themselves are fine.
Not Apollo Justice focused.
No, like here's the thing. The main issues is that it's just a characterization of some characters. The Apollo Justice trilogy.
No, I get that. Yeah, the trilogy is still good. Honestly, now that I think about it, first, like in my opinions on the trilogy, the first game is solid as an introduction. Outside of the 5th case, that is such a giant difficulty curve compared to like the 4th case, which is the whole final boss kind of thing. So that one was annoying. The second game is like I did enjoy for the most part, but its pacing and story is a little bit wonky, and I think it's pretty telling because the creator / writer for the game wrote the whole story in like 6 weeks or something like that. I think, Carl, if I recall correctly.
Say what now? Sorry, I was listening to music. What's going on?
Oh no, I was saying like, is it the second game? The creator wrote the second game in like 6 weeks, I think. Right? It was like really short.
Not 6 weeks, but it was stuff. But it was within a short period of time.
It was short. So the second game's story is a little bit wonky to me. Third game is like so solid to me though.
But here's the thing, and it's not even just that. He actually had to rewrite it.
Yeah.
Because the original script had Edgeworth in it.
Yep.
I hated the 5th case. I remember telling you I hated it. Yeah, and then also Carl's
case?
Yeah, the first game, 5th case.
Oh yeah.
and Carl streamed it, and he also was like, I was there to tell him exactly what to do because he was like, I cannot right now.
Like I don't remember.
It's
like,
it's so convoluted.
Okay, yeah.
But Edgeworth, I honestly like Investigations because it just feels a lot faster and it just feels a lot more. It feels a lot more open in terms of like it feels like it feels a lot more open and feels a lot more interesting as a spin-off. I did tell Justin this. There were only like a couple cases that dragged on a little bit too much, especially the last case of the first game. I told Justin that one was dragged on way too long. I'm not gonna say anything about it, but it was a little bit ridiculous in my book. The last case of the first game of the investigations.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen it, Carl?
I think I have. It's been a while,
Okay.
so I don't really remember it.
Yeah, Justin and I kind of agree that it did drag on from some parts, but overall we generally like it.
I think the chess mechanic was a nice touch though to investigations too.
It's in the second game.
Yeah.
The chess one, I only beat the first case, so I haven't gone a whole lot about it. It is interesting. I'm kind of bad at it.
Yeah, because you're on a time limit, so that's why. Like normally you're not on a time limits.
Yep.
Yeah. Ace Attorney is typically very your pace.
Yeah. Well, it would be just basically like if they didn't put you on a time limit, it would kind of be like, oh, trial and error every single one, and no consequences.
The Cyclops. You hate the Cyclops skull. I mean, the Cyclops in the first 3 games can be kind of annoying because you get penalized for it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I should say 2 games. But then when Dual Destinies onward, they pretty much just got rid of the penalized parts.
Yep.
So it's a matter of just trial and error at that point.
Yeah. I don't know which mechanic would I think I think I like honestly out of all the ones I've played outside of like Spirit of Justice and Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, I honestly like Edward's like mind chess investigations logic kind of thing. I actually like that the most out of everyone's quote unquote powers.
I like Athena Sykes, a Mood Matrix.
That one was fun. I will say that was fun, but it was like I don't know. I like Edgeworth's mind chess still.
That's fair.
Justin, what about you? You played most of them, so which one would you say is your favorite mechanic? Huh?
I kind of want to say the Spirit of Justice mechanic more than anything.
Really? You like the Seance?
It's it was challenging and
that
definitely made me think of the gameplay was very different. Yeah, even though it was very difficult at times.
Personally, I'm a little torn on that one. I like the idea. I think it's just a little too open-ended for what they're trying to do.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like in comparison to all the others, aside from like Apollo's, is just very obvious.
Oh, Apollo's! If you want to talk about jank, that one.
Yeah, like Apollo's is jank, and it just feels very random at times. Whereas the Seance at least had like some semblance of like, oh, okay, let me try to figure out what's going on with this.
Yes, you fidget. You're fidgeting when you're saying this. Therefore, you must be lying or hiding something.
You're the culprits.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what?
You know what's funny is that I never had a difficulty with Apollo's like twitches and stuff like that. It was simple enough, and it doesn't really penalize you for getting them in a sense essentially wrong. It's obvious enough, so it's like Apollo's is just easy in my book.
I don't know.
I didn't enjoy how you had to be very specific with the words. Like I get it, but like
here's the thing. Like I remember
it's not very fun gameplay wise. I'd much prefer Seance.
I remembered in was it in Dual Destinies? That game it didn't penalize you, but my God, trying to find freaking Fulbright's like finger twitch, like his thumb twitching, was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I never had like full on difficulty with it. I feel like, I don't know. I didn't have difficulty. So.
To be fair, Dual Destinies was my first Phoenix Wright game, so I never played Apollo Justice before that.
I forgot about that. I forgot that Dual Destinies you got into the series really late compared to Justin and I.
Honestly, I only got into it because I saw the rated M. It's like simple, and I was like, "What is this?" And also, there's a free demo. Oh, I mean, why not? Like, what's the harm? I might as well give it a shot.
I mean, to be honest, though, if we did like any of the other Ace Attorneys early on, they probably would be rated M anyway. Because Dual Destinies, in terms of its deaths, the trilogy is a lot more brutal.
Well, no, the only reason why it's rated M was actually because of Athena was a childhood Athena having blood on her.
To be honest, that one is that's pretty graphic. Also,
yeah, like that's the only reason why I got rated M.
Don't say too much again. That's spoiler territory.
Well, it's the first. It's one of the first cutscenes.
I know. I'm just saying.
It is one of the very first cutscenes.
Yeah,
but like, just saying that she has blood in her doesn't explain anything.
That's true. I forgot it was one of the early ones. Let's see. I hate to change. Oh, they are so annoying. I lost so many multiple times. I like Edgeworth. I mean, to be honest, a lot of people like Edgeworth.
Honestly, Lucajin calls
by someone who disliked him.
Lucajin calls him.
I dislike him.
Lucajin calls him daddy.
I mean, okay, to be honest,
like
knowing JoJo daddy.
Okay, to be honest, I did not like Edgeworth for like the majority of the first game. I found it kind of annoying, but then after the last case, I was like, okay, he's actually pretty reasonable to me. And
oh no, but his autopsy report, he got an updated one.
I fuck you, Mario Party. You, why?
I forgot I don't have a FU on there right now.
But yeah, like honestly, freaking Edgeworth. Oh yes, I just got an update. I requested an updated autopsy. Yeah, and you didn't share it?
And it's also like it's guaranteed dead. No, it's most likely died.
No, most likely it's almost instant.
I'm just like,
Oh, it's Christmas. It means it wasn't Christmas.
Oh yeah, there you go. In the fourth case, yeah. Dude, have you seen the live action movie of Phoenix Wright?
no.
Dude, they actually recreated that line in the movie, and it's so funny because everyone literally collapsed. Like you see IRL actors.
The crowd is so extra. I've seen little clips.
Actually, Skull, what would you say is your favorite case? Since you played the trilogy, what was your favorite case or / game? First, second, or third? Because you played all those three.
Fifth case of the first game. Don't you like going through security footage?
Unless you're a diehard Emma fan, I don't see anyone really liking that case.
Don't you like going through security footage and just seeing the blue badger?
Or a blue badger.
The only thing I really like about the fifth case is that some of the characters were actually pretty fun to deal with. Like, interact, talk with, all that stuff.
Meekins? You sure about that?
Angel Star.
Meekins?
Okay.
Angel Star.
Yeah.
To be honest,
She literally lies in the court like 5 times and doesn't
get in trouble for it.
I said some of the characters, and also Meekins I never really hated. Meekins.
Okay, but what character did you like then?
Emma. And then
that's fair.
Emma, and then
He follows you around though.
Yeah, I know, but Emma's really good. There is
Gavin.
No, this is the fifth case. Gavin's not in there.
No,
we're talking about case 1. Yeah, game 1, case 1.
What was his name again?
The cowboy?
No. The prosecute, like, you know.
Oh,
the one where he claps.
Oh yeah, that one. I don't remember. Yeah, I like him. I actually do legitimately like him.
I like him because he inspired Greatest Attorney.
And I honestly like him because
he
of his
actually one of the
breakdown.
inspiration.
Yeah, the way he just laughed. Yeah.
Basically, that's
and then the music just plays. It's just so funny.
It's also that when you get him, he just like gets shocked, and it's like ah.
Why does he get shocked? Is it because of his hair?
I guess so.
It is kind of lightning boltish.
Okay, I did like Emma. I did like her sister. I did like I don't hate Meekins. I actually kind of find him fine.
Cowboy.
Meekins would be fine if he didn't have the microphone sound effect.
The freaking microphone was so annoying.
Okay, yeah, the microphone one, yes, that's annoying. I'm not gonna say anything else about it because I don't want to say
I think Skull beat it.
No. There's more to it. I'm just trying to leave it as it is. There is the cowboy. Cowboy I actually liked. Yeah, the main boss I liked. And that's most of the new ones, honestly. Because, like, again, as you guys said, like, what was that? The girl with the bento boxes? I honestly forgot about her.
Angel Star. Yeah, Angel Star.
I forgot about her.
Yeah, she's really bad. Although I will say the judge is really funny though. When reacting to her.
Ooh, a bento box.
Yeah. I think in terms of like peak cases, honestly, the second game, fourth case, honestly, like that's one of the best, like one of the best cases in the series.
Fourth case. What was the fourth case of that?
My wait, the killer. I'll just say the killer. Shelly the killer.
I need to look that up. I actually legitimately, I don't
She got
remember much.
kidnapped. She got kidnapped.
So yeah, Mia, yeah. But wasn't that the fifth case? Was it only four?
There's only 4 cases in the second game, and
Okay.
basically, and the problem is that you're defending a criminal.
Okay, yeah, no.
Farewell, my turnabout.
Okay, to be honest though, and I say this as a thing, when I first played it, I didn't really care too much about the case, and overall I should replay it. Maybe replay it, I don't know. The whole aspect, the concept I really like, but honestly I don't know why, I was very numb to a lot of the twists to the game. So honestly, the fifth, that final case of the second game was definitely just like,
you know what?
I don't know. I think it maybe because the overall.
I think I know why.
What?
It's because you got off. You probably played the fourth case immediately after the third case, and the third case was absolute garbage.
What's third case was the imposter?
It was turnabout. No, the third case is turnabout.
Big Top.
Yeah, Big Top.
Oh.
Yep. So basically, you have Mo the clown.
Yeah, I think it's mainly because the whole second game. I honestly don't like a lot of the second game.
I mean, that's fair.
It's as I said, it's mostly all right, but that's it. Like I actually ranked it in terms of first cases with Justin like earlier. Like all the Ace Attorney games that we've played, I told like what my preferences on first cases like ranked wise. The second game's first case was by far my least favorite. Like, I hated that.
What's that? You got amnesia?
It's like, what's
Well,
that?
then.
You took my phone?
How do I be a? So what do lawyers do? Meanwhile, you're asking your own client on how to be a lawyer.
It's also that didn't they one of them say like, oh, that looks like a banana? It's like, it's a yellow glove.
Oh yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Like again, like
yeah, the culprit in that game was not the smartest tool in the shed.
Yeah, like honestly, like there's the imposter eight. Like the imposter one was in the second game, right? Yeah.
Third game.
Was it the third game? What? Okay.
Third game, third case.
What was the second? What's the second game? What was the second case in the second game?
Second case, you're basically believe it or not, you're protecting Maya.
Pearl meeting Morgan.
Basically.
Oh, they were trying to cause her. They were trying to blame Mia. Oh, it was the one that has the
Maya, but yeah,
same face of her twin sister or whatever.
Well, not twin sister, basically of an imposter.
Yeah.
So technically speaking, there is an imposter case, but slightly different.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, like that case was probably fine with me. I was overall okay with that. But yeah, the circus one wasn't really that overall. I hated it, but it was definitely just I think dragged on too long.
And the murder weapon hits the hit the victim, and then the victim's coat, but was as a result of the force, just flies onto the bust, and then the bust is dragged back up, and it makes it look like Maximilian is flying in the air. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
that's how it works.
Like honestly, I will say, yeah. Overall with the Ace Attorney game, yeah, I think the second one, I think that's probably the biggest reason is that the second game was overall not that great. And that's why the final case, I just wanted to end. I think my mindset was I just wanted to finish the game at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, I think you should give it another chance because it is legit one of the best cases in the series.
I probably will give it another chance because again, like my brother says he loved that final case and he said it was legitimately good. And like thinking about it, yeah, I think it would be pretty good. I just like I really don't like the second game overall, and getting to that point is probably going to be a drag again.
I feel like Trials and Tribulations, like the final case, I'm not saying it's bad. In fact, it's really good. I'm just saying it's a little overrated.
I
I want to say overrated.
Maybe so. I don't remember too much about the final thing, but it definitely felt satisfying, like the 5th case kind of thing of the first game.
Like Dahlia's breakdown is definitely satisfying. It's just, I feel like there's slightly too many twists and turns along the way. Like basically, there's a lot going on. Is what I'm trying to say.
Resolve a lot of plot threads from all 3 games, so it kind of has to do that. But at the same time, if you're not in the headspace to do all that, then it can be a drag.
Yeah, like, but I will say, thematically speaking, it is pretty satisfying as well, because essentially Phoenix finally can spread his own wings. He doesn't have to rely on Mia. He doesn't have to like rely on Mia to bail him out of certain situations. Like he's able to like solve it on his own now, or like for the most part.
Yeah.
And then you get Apollo Justice and onwards, and it's like, okay,
Which does have the best tutorial case out of all the cases.
True, very true. Because that honestly, I think isn't that like one of the longest intro cases in the series?
It's pretty chunky.
Yeah, because it has
Greatest Eternity was chunky. The Apollo's intro did not feel chunky to me.
Dual Destinies is up there as well.
Dual Destinies felt just right. Dual Destinies felt just right. One intermission and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say it had an intermission. So
yeah, it had an intermission. But that was just mainly because they had to, do the thing.
I think but I think the twist though in Apollo Justice is better.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's like it's
freaking
Yeah, your literal
Gavin,
like your literal like master, your sensei in a sense, is like the villain, and you put him away right away, and I was like, Jesus, that's quick for the villain on all that. I realized then, yeah.
But then you also got to remember that essentially Phoenix is running the whole show.
Yeah, for Apollo Justice, the game. Yeah.
Like basically it's like, oh yeah, so Apollo is just like Phoenix, back when he was, when he's just green, and it's just like, yeah, so we got to do his own thing. Nope.
I mean, okay. To be fair,
maybe don't talk about it too much, because
To be fair though, Mia did the same thing in the first case for Phoenix, right?
Yeah, but then they learned from that. But
Phoenix actually.
Once again, not talking too much in the trilogy, but
you already said some of the spoilers, so just saying.
I didn't. Someone else did.
Fair enough. I didn't spoil too much though with Apollo Justice.
There's also that a lot of it's out of context, but still, yes.
Yeah.
But anyway,
if you know.
Yeah. Anyway, but I will say, yeah, I do like I didn't hate Apollo Justice. I think it was overall fine compared to
game.
Yeah, I guess Apollo Justice was fine with me. I never hated it. I
get it.
I think yeah.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. I think I like it more than the first game of Phoenix Wright, to be honest. And then the second game, I honestly really thinking about it, out of all the Ace Attorney games I've played, I honestly say like the second game is probably my least favorite of them all.
That's fair. Yeah,
like the final case of second game hard carries.
Yes.
But it unfortunately cannot save it because of how much baggage it has to carry. Like, if you're going separate cases, yeah, I'll put the final case higher. I'll guarantee you that. But if you're gonna put like overall package, I have to say, second game just unfortunately cannot be carried by the last case.
Yeah, first case was mid, second case was actually pretty decent, third case was absolute garbage, and fourth case is peak.
Honestly, I would say the first case and the second game was pretty bad.
It's okay, honestly. Like, I kind of like the foreshadowing in the first case. But that's only with hindsight, though.
Yeah.
What was the foreshadowing?
Basically, it's the nightmare that Phoenix had.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's kind of weak to me to be
I know.
called foreshadowing, but that's just me.
Yeah, honestly, but yeah, I think like
I honestly like the writing though. Like some of the writing is still funny though in the first case. That's kind of why I say it's okay.
I mean, yeah, if it's writing dialogue, yeah, some of it is still pretty funny, but it's still overall the whole thing just
Like
Meh.
we mentioned that the main criminal in the first case of the second game, like he's an idiot, but that's the whole point. He is an idiot. Like
I know.
that's
I
the
mean,
fun part.
I don't know. I just hate the whole amnesia aspect and like
yeah,
the
that's
whole
still dumb.
like I get it. It made for new players.
It makes sense, but
Yeah,
it's still like a really like
It
contrived reason.
Yeah, I like what the third game did, where it's like in the past. So you kind of do it like a completely new, different character. It's like the other different games. Great Ace Attorney, you do it as like a different character who hasn't really defended before.
I mean, there's also been Frame for Murder too.
Yes. Well, it's also the second game. You play as your assistant in Great Ace Attorney,
Which is cool. I
Yeah.
liked that.
Apollo Justice, brand new character. Dual Destinies. Dual Destinies makes more sense why it kind of had to be a little bit refresher, because Phoenix Wright hasn't been in the defense for a while. So it makes some sense. Not overall, but
Also,
some.
Dina joining the crew.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Some very intense Pokemon music.
yeah. Spirit of Justice, I can't really say too much about it because I know I barely played the first case, so I really can't say
Wait,
much
you haven't
about
finished it?
I never finished
I thought you finished it.
Need to get on that.
I never Spirit of Justice and Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright are the two games I consider
that game.
I consider Spirit of Justice as well on this one. I consider both of them because they're both games I barely touched and not really played enough of.
I won't spoil or talk too much about Phoenix Wright cross Professor Layton, but my gosh, that game is.
I forgot that I gave you a copy, and that copy that copy is like $200 for co-op box. By the way, don't lose it.
I won't. Like it's right behind me actually. But what I will say about that game is, my God, the potential in that is so lost.
Okay. Here, to be fair though, that was their first crossover, and honestly, it's a weird crossover, but it's also a weird crossover that makes sense. Because they kind of they feel like the same category. I think it's the issue is like when I heard the reviews, it's one of those like it's unbalanced between the puzzles and the cases, like trials and stuff like that. Which again, they're two different types of games. But
yeah,
I get it. I think it's one of those things. If they ever did it again, which I kind of hope so, because I really like the concept, they probably have a better idea refining it.
Okay, so what I will say, like, not story related, just looks wise, I actually don't like the game. I actually don't like how the game looks.
Okay.
Speaking.
Okay, to be fair, the Phoenix Wright they put into that game is a completely different model than Dual Destiny.
Like, that model looks so weird.
I'm fairly certain that character, like that model, was like the beta model for the game, but because that game came out before or developed before Dual Destinies fully got published and like out, it's not. Yeah, it's not great.
Do you want me to explain actually like why that is the case? So here's the thing.
As he continues to explain.
Sorry. Yeah, I know.
Just go with it. I'm actually curious.
So here's the thing. Professor Layton Cross Phoenix Wright, or that game was not developed by the B team. It is actually developed by the A team, aka the original creators of the Phoenix Wright games.
Mm-hmm.
So now that game was stuck in development hell, and Capcom wanted another Phoenix Wright game coming out. But Shu Takumi, aka the father of the series, is stuck trying to finish this dang game. What to do? Oh, we have a B team that can continue on with the series. Okay, we're gonna have them do Dual Destinies.
Which honestly, Dual Destinies is still pretty good. I consider it one of my favorite.
So basically, what happens? So what's happened here is that all of a sudden, the main games is now developed by the B team to this day, and the spin-offs, including Great Ace Attorney, both Great Ace Attorney games, are developed by the A team. So the A team is now doing spin-offs instead. So it's like, okay, so that explains why the quality is kind of weird, especially with the crossover. Like, basically, with the writing quality in Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice is kind of hit or miss. Whereas with Great Ace Attorney, oh wow, it's kind of just hit after hit after hit.
Outside of the pacing issues, yes.
Yes, outside the pacing issues, yes, I agree with that.
Okay, like, honestly, Justin, you have to agree with this. It's that the first cases in both games, and even the second case in the first game, drag on a little bit too long in my book. Like, really long.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
like the third case in the first game, I genuinely liked. It was so unsatisfying, but that was the point of the case.
That's the absolute point.
Yeah. Honestly, in the first game, the second and the fourth case are honestly my least favorite, but the fourth case I like better than the second case because it felt like a regular Ace Attorney game. It just felt like out of place randomly. At least solidifying in the first game is what I'm saying, though, Justin. That's why I would say the fourth case, like the second case, is like absolute worst because it just dragged on way too hard. It made me hate the assistant because she just kept throwing you. She kept doubting you. She kept doing a lot of this stuff. I'm just like, this is just kind of stupid in my book. But again, like I did enjoy overall Great Ace Attorney. The writing with it, as Carl said, is actually really good. It just unfortunately drags. I think that's the biggest issue with Great Ace Attorney I have, is that it drags a lot in a lot of places.
So, with Spirit of Justice, you only played the first case?
I haven't even finished the first case.
Oh.
Okay. Here's the reason. My brother got Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice. I finished Dual Destinies with his copy, but I was trying to play Spirit of Justice, but this was during the time where we started university, Carl. So I couldn't be around him. And I just didn't pick back up Spirit of Justice by the time I had to go back and come back and kind of thing. So I never got Spirit of Justice until the 3DS store started closing down. So I have it. I haven't even started playing it.
You could also play it on the Switch.
I have to buy a compilation of that, which I already have it on my 3DS.
I know, but I mean, it's higher quality. Like, the models are actually, you know, of higher quality. Well, I shouldn't say higher quality. It's actually, I should say the resolution has increased.
Why don't you get it for me?
You should just buy it for him then.
Yeah, get it for me.
No, I need to get it for myself first.
Then do that.
Get investigations first.
That's true. That's actually, yeah, like...
Honestly, investigations feels much faster than, like, the later games.
Here's the thing. Like, I actually don't have... Like, my 3DS doesn't work anymore. It's actually with you right now, Nick.
All right, yeah. I'm working on it right now, yeah.
I mean, if you need to send it to a shop, by all means. That
No, I legitimately can do it. I legitimately just haven't put... I'm actually putting some time into a lot of the stuff I've been putting on hold, so your stuff is actually going to be going in. Actually, here's the thing. I was actually going to suggest with you, Carl, when I finish Investigations, I was going to lend you my copy, because honestly...
You sure about that?
I mean, when I'm done with Investigations, I'm done with the story. The only thing I would go for in Investigations is the little achievements. And like, Justin knows this. There are achievements in each section, and in each section of the game, each section of the case, there's the, obviously you played the section, like complete it kind of achievement. And then there's the random achievement that you have to do a specific thing or do a specific thing in order to get it. That's the only reason I would do. I'll replay any of the cases.
It's really easy to replay the cases though, so that's not a problem.
By the way, I'm just hearing this music. I'm just listening to this music, and it reminds me. Xenoblade Chronicles X, Definitive Edition.
You know what's funny is that legitimately outside of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Special Edition, which I still want a good copy of it to this day. That isn't like over $200, by the way. I have every single copy of Xenoblade Chronicles on every single like version of Xenoblade Chronicles series. I have all of the Xeno games in my collection. So Xenoblade Chronicles X coming out is literally just gonna, I have to add that just cuz. I have the collector's edition of X on the Wii U. I have the collector's edition of 1 and 3 definitive on the Switch. I have Xenoblade Wii, Chronicles Wii and 3DS, new 3DS by the way, which Carl also has. I think I found yours at the Goodwill.
Which game again?
Xenoblade the new 3DS
Oh, yeah.
version of Xenoblade Chronicles. I have Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Torna, which is weird that they didn't do it with Future Connected or the
Weird. Future Redeemed.
Future. Is it Future Redeemed? I thought it was something else. Oh, yeah, Future Redeemed. Like they didn't do it with the DLCs. Yeah, I legitimately have all those Xeno Chronicles games, and then I have Xeno Saga 1, 2, and 3, and I have Xeno Gears on PlayStation. I have all the Xeno games.
Yeah, so Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, it's right in my hand right now, and yeah, that's pretty good. Also, I found the Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Want to know how much you got that for me?
I think it was like GameStop for like $40, right?
$32.
Yeah, but you know, it's funny because like, here's the funny thing. Yeah, the Phoenix Wright one was at a GameStop. I don't know if it was the one I got at Seattle. I don't know how I got my copy. I think I got my copy shortly after, but I remember, you know the parking lot that we usually park in when going to Seattle for PAX, right?
Not currently, right? That like before.
What do you mean before?
I mean, like back before, like, how should I say? Like not within the past few years, right? Or you mean like way before? Or
No. The one that we parked at last PAX, that parking lot. Yeah. So at that building, there was like at the very bottom, like with that anime shop where the cookie stand is. There was like a GameStop right in around there, that corner. And that's where I got the Phoenix Wright. I remember getting that Phoenix Wright. I just went there randomly. I don't know why I was in Seattle that day. I think I was going for Pink Gorilla or something like that. And I went in, I found the Phoenix Wright, I picked it up, and either that's my copy or your copy. I'm pretty sure that's your copy. I think I found the Phoenix Wright as like maybe another Goodwill, but the Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, I think I found both of our copies at the Goodwill, and they were like $20 each.
Wow.
And they were at a time $60, and then now it's like about reasonable. Like even Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, ever since Chugga played it and then it came on the Smash, those prices on the Wii came up to 100. I bought like my copy for like $60, like base price 60, like 65, and Justin played the heck out of that copy, and then he got his own. I don't even know if you remember, Justin, how you like played my copy and then you played it on the Wii U constantly.
Also, I'm looking up I'm looking up Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright online just to see how much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see $242 for pretty much a complete copy.
Yeah, and that is complete. If you get a loose copy, people are asking for like 100.
It's like least. I see $95, like $90 to $95.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I see on Etsy, a Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright H30 reproduction case. No game. Just a reproduction case.
I mean, some people like reproductions, and I say that's a good way to have at least a case for games. But again, if you're a collector, it's a pain in the butt.
Oh wait, I see one for $90. Although it looks like it is a European copy. So basically, like it looks like a complete copy. Yeah, it's a complete set, but European.
Yeah, European and Japanese, people in America don't go for those because those are not Americanized. I'm like not joking. The secondhand market for those, unless they are very specific rare games for a collection, they usually don't get priced high.
You know, the one thing about my copy here that kind of ruins it is that I still have the new tag from GameStop.
Oh, just do isopropyl alcohol and then rub the.
No, I want to keep it. No, I want to keep it because that just shows the original, like the price that it was got for.
I have a Blockbuster sticker on my Pokemon Stadium too, and I'm never gonna remove it because it's history.
I kind of want to keep it because it's like, yeah, I like the history of it.
Carl, this game, Yokai Watch 3, This is probably the hardest game to come by in any like a good price, and this is actually sealed.
Wow.
Why don't you look it up? Last I checked, it was pretty pricey. I don't know if it's changed.
Which one? Yokai Watch what?
3. There's no versions of Yokai Watch 3, so only 1 and 2, as far as I can tell.
What is it? Is that like an English or Japanese copy or what?
English. It has to be English.
It has to be English.
Because it sold very poorly in the West.
I only see Japanese copies.
Well, it also tells you, if you only can see Japanese copies, that already tells you how hard it is to come by. You should be able to find a Yokai Watch. Maybe look at the sold section.
Oh, okay, never mind. I see $750. That's probably sealed too.
It probably is.
Wait, why is the comment underneath say good level design? Wait, I want to see this Reddit post because it just says, "How do I get an English version of Yokai Watch 3?"
Do you have $800 on you, Carl?
Let's see. I've been watching to play Yokai Watch 3 for a long time. Every time I ask someone how to get an English version of this game, they tell me to pirate it, which seems very scary to me. It is both illegal and difficult to do without getting a virus. Why can't anyone tell me how to get an English version of this? Stop paying for over $450 or pirating it.
What did you say, James?
Wait, what are you trying to buy that's $800?
No, we're not trying to buy.
No,
we're just curious.
So James, are you looking at my stream right now?
Yeah. Oh, I see.
It's this game, but there's something special about this for copy. I have mine currently sealed.
Yeah, so basically, some people online are demanding $750.
Yeah,
a complete copy.
Like there's a bunch of Yokai Watch games. Yokai Watch 1 is actually very easy to come by in the West, and then Yokai 2, which has 2 different versions in the West, are not as expensive. It's when you get to Yokai Watch Blasters, I think, yeah, I don't know about the Just Dance version. That's on the Wii U. Oh, that's Japan only. Yokai Watch Blasters, both versions are like $400. I almost got copies for those, but I unfortunately failed. Yeah, there's Yokai Watch Blasters 2 that they're I think that one was Japanese only, yeah. There's Yokai Watch 3. Oh, there is 2 versions of Yokai Watch 3. Except I think those 2 versions are... Wait, the original Japanese release involved a culture shift from Japanese setting to an American one. Rather than a similar overseas move, the Western release of Yokai Watch 3 frames the same shift from Springdale to barbecue as the move from a Japanese interpretation of an average American city to a representation of a southern United States. What? In the localized release, the protagonist now fails to understand the thick southern drawl of residents. That sounds awesome. I do want to get Yokai Watch 4 at some point.
Alrighty. I think I'm gonna head off for now. I'm starting to get tired.
Alright, good night, tired boy.
Alright, good night.
Have a night. Sleep well. Thanks for playing. Let's play more Mario Party again.
Yep, of course.
See ya.
Alright, see ya.
Bye. Okay, so we only got like 1 version, even though there's 2 versions. Got it. Okay. Alright, that was a lot of talks. I might have to ask Mimoto just to split things up. But anyway, we're going to go with this. That was a lot of talking with different Ace Attorney, so let's go with what we got. Anyway, since we talk about Ace Attorney, we're going to do some great Ace Attorney, so here's some voice acting again. Oh, dang it, I have to go back and get some water. James, entertain people. Give me a second, I need to get water.